Hey everyone, welcome back to Boss Lady again. I hope everything is going well for you. Today I wanted to share something a little bit different because it's a unique experience that I was able to share with my son and his friends. If you're like me, it's hard having a middle schooler when it comes time for birthday celebrations. They're kind of at this point where they're just too cool, right? And they're over the big birthday parties, inviting the entire class. They've moved beyond that stage. So what do you do when your child has a January birthday? So we found this place called Sandbox VR. It's about 20 minutes from our house. And Luke took 3 of his friends for a Saturday night experience doing virtual reality. They chose the Squid Games adventure. And then the plan was to head off to dinner to have some delicious hibachi, followed by a sleepover. So I don't think much sleeping actually happened at the sleepover. I think it was mostly video games, but check it out.
We picked up the boys and headed off for our evening. Once we arrived at Sandbox VR, it was a really cool scene inside, and the boys loved it. The first thing that we did was meet with the instructor, and he went over all of the safety and the rules for playing the games. Then he fitted each boy with their own virtual reality vest and made sure that they were all fitted properly. Then he went over their arm or wrist gear, followed by their ankle gear that they would need to be able to wear during the game. And that, of course, would track their movements and enable them to interact with one another. Each boy picked their own individual color for their gear, as they were a designated Squid Game player. Once all the boys had their appropriate color-coded gear, including their vest, their ankle straps, their wrist straps, and everything was tight and secure, it was time to head on in and start the game. One quick instructional video to watch, and it was time to play the game. The VR headsets were placed once the boys were safely inside the game room. The Sandbox VR staff was great. They were really hands-on with the boys, and they made sure that each one of their headsets fit properly before starting the game. It was really cool how I could see on the computer monitor outside the room exactly what the boys were seeing while they were looking through their headsets. It was pretty cool to see them as characters in the Squid Game and watch them play. You can see the fans that are blowing there. I guess it gets hot in there as they're playing. They were in t-shirts because it got so warm, but it seemed like they had a really fun time. It was really entertaining to watch them play the game. I could see again what they were doing on the monitor and then actually see them in the room as they're playing the game. It was cool because they had to do various challenges throughout, and then there was a scoreboard and it would show who was leading at the top of the leaderboard. They also did a really cool birthday game where they had to grab the balloons, and it was neat how they incorporated Luke and a happy birthday message into the game. Once they were all finished and were able to get out of their gear, they provided a video that boys could watch that really recapped their entire game experience. So it was really neat that they could go out and see them, see the winners, and see the scoreboard. They really loved the final wrap-up video. We had some extra time before our dinner reservation, and right across from Sandbox VR was an arcade. So the boys loved to do some challenges. Yeah, who's the world's strongest and who can hang the longest? They each had game cards, so they explored the arcade and just had some fun playing all kinds of different games. They worked up an appetite from all the game playing and the virtual reality, so they shared a pretzel just to hold them over until we went to dinner. After the arcade, it was time to make our dinner reservation. We headed to Wild Ginger for sushi and hibachi. The hibachi chefs there are great, they're really entertaining, and they make it really fun for everyone who joins. I don't think you're at a real hibachi place unless you're having food thrown into your mouth. And of course, you have to catch it. Nope. There it is. All right, the birthday boy's up. First try. Nice job, Luke. Ella, first try. Way to go. And then, of course, there's the classic onion tower. I mean, that's just a hibachi staple. There's the flame we love. We all had a great meal and everyone enjoyed their dinner and the entertainment from the hibachi chef. The boys came back for a sleepover to celebrate Luke's birthday, and I think the birthday party, VR, arcade, and hibachi dinner was a hit. Happy birthday, Luke.
Well, that was our Saturday night. I hope this gives you an idea of something else that you can do with your son, your daughter, or hey, I mean, maybe you want to try it yourself. There were a ton of adults actually there Saturday night, and there were lots of loud screamings coming from the zombie game. Apparently, people have panic attacks in there, and it's absolutely terrifying. For me, no thanks. I'm good, but check out Sandbox VR and let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you next time.